Good morning. I'm Mary Tucker. I am the city's Climate Smart Community Engagement Coordinator. Long title. Climate Smart being the city's adopted plan, goals, strategies, tactics to address and reduce the greenhouse emissions within the city of San Jose. Our part in helping to save the world. Just a quick background, I had worked for the city for 26 years, and then I retired happily. Was retired for 7 years, and for 5 of those, I was the president of the Hensley Neighborhood Association, and so involved in D3's CLC, so I know of which you guys speak, meet, and everything. But then I was asked to come back to the city to start to engage, to learn, to talk with, to hear questions, to learn from our community on how they can help or how they're already helping. We have a variety of, community, neighborhood associations, cultural groups, variety of folks throughout the community that we're going to be talking with and learning from, including youth. One of the things that we are planning is on March 7th, 2020, there will be a Pathways to Climate Smart Careers, a educational and job fair focused on high school students to learn different pathways on how they can contribute, and get some careers, be they, go to education, colleges, but also apprenticeships that are available right now for folks. Landscape companies. The Water District has a laundry to landscape gray water system that you can install for no or low cost. And they've hired a variety of landscape companies around the county to help install those things. And I had one installed at my house and was talking to the gentleman, and he's looking for apprentices. He wants to train, young people on learning about sustainable landscapes and a variety of different things. So here today to talk very briefly, we have a brochure that's in the back that talks about a variety of ways that you can contribute to greenhouse gas reductions. There's also a little sticker on there that talks about one of our new online efforts. It is the Climate Smart Challenge. And if you go online there, you can start to put in what you're already doing, reducing water, you've installed solar, a variety of different things, and you get points for that. And then you can start to see how many greenhouse gas emissions you are reducing already within your home. If you've insulated your home, check that off and everything else. And the interesting thing is that there's a possibility of working as a neighborhood, to contribute to that. And that helps us to understand what's going on within the community. We don't know who you are if you sign up for this. We know a broad neighborhood area that you are. So we can't come and track you down unless you want us to track you down. Put that all together. So that's one way of different things. We're working on programs to provide rebates for the installation of high efficiency electric appliances, water heaters, those things. And then the other thing is having me come out and talk with you and learn from you. What are you already doing? What would you like to do? How could we help you do some things? One of the things as a neighborhood leader, our neighborhood association took advantage of Beautify San Jose, the grant program. Do you guys know about that?
Yeah, we all do it, yeah.
Yes. And why couldn't there be I'm going to be talking to them about maybe adding some projects in there or creating a climate change San Jose fund for neighborhoods to work together to do some neighborhood projects, planting trees, holding seminars or something like that. So, to provide you with resources in your neighborhood to do something related to climate change. So that's my primary spiel, and now I'm here to listen and find out, what are you doing already? What would would you like to do? Questions? Answers?
Here's, Ramona has one.
This is totally not like what this is, but my family and I, we participate in a company called OHN Connect. Are you familiar with it?
No, I'm not.
OHN and then Connect. And basically, you sign up and you get rewarded with tokens that you can cash in for money if you participate in what they call like power hours. And so they identify certain times during the week when they anticipate a high surge in energy usage during the summer or whatever. And so during that power hour, you turn off all your electricity. And if you stay below the amount of wattage that they're trying to keep you below, they reward you with points. And then I take those points and I cash in and I get money for it. So I love it. And my kids love it because we do our power hours. We go outside, we take a walk, or we just like, you know, sit in the dark for an hour or whatever. And then,
That's not normal. I do that all the time.
it's off there, whatever, and we all just sit in the dark. We have to make sure our electronics are powered up so that we don't need the electricity while we're sitting there for dark. But yeah, and then every month I cash in. I mean, I make like hundreds of dollars every year just by turning on my electricity for an hour. And we literally turn off the circuit breakers. We turn off everything for an hour. And then they have like weekly prizes. So if you make your goal during the week, then they put you in a drawing for like gift cards for Target, grand prizes of like $100,000 for the whole year. I mean, it's really a great
I had not
incentive.
heard of this. This is not through any.
No, I basically I had to
facility.
disconnect from
Also question
PG&E's, I think it's called Smart Saver program or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, I had to disconnect from that and connect to this program in order for them to monitor my.
And are you now on San Jose Clean Energies program?
I think was that automatic?
That was automatic
So, yeah,
unless you
I'm on-
didn't want it. You
Right,
got
yeah,
it.
I'm automatically on that, but I transferred
But
over
you
to
still
them.
have to OHM. No, I did not know
Yeah,
that.
check it out.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to sign up, I can give you the referral so I get the credit. Like, I get a $20 credit if you sign up for it, but.
Doris has a question for you.
No, you were asking what people had done. I took out my lawn.
There you
And,
go.
Yeah.
yeah, it makes a big difference. I mean, the water comes out once a week now, I think, and some plants don't get it at all.
But you actually replaced it with something, unlike me, who just took out the lawn and just
Well-
has weeds. Okay, hers is much more
And
pleasant
also
to
on
look
the
at.
D1 Decides, I put in for a small garden over, it's going to be, and it was voted, it's going to be at Rainbow Park, and it's going to have low-use water with little tags on the plants so people can see if they like a plant and that it uses low water, they can go ahead and replicate that in their own property.
Was this through Beautify San Jose or?
No, it's through D1 Decides, Chapman's
D1
office.
Decides.
We have
Yeah.
money to.
Right,
Yep.
yeah, I'm familiar with that.
The
I should
participatory
review
budget.
all of those participatory projects and see.
Yeah.
You've got tankless? I have two.
Big question?
Mary,
Yes.
I'm Elizabeth, and I work in natural climate solutions in my private life. And with D1 Decides, we did a project at our local park last Saturday where we planted 15 trees. So the idea with that is to work with nature and draw down carbon from the atmosphere and store it in plants and in the soil. I know that the Climate Smart San Jose, the first phase has focused on energy primarily and energy efficiency, water efficiency,
Nice.
which is fantastic. But when the council signed off on that, voted for it, they added a second phase for natural and working lands, so the natural systems. Do you know if that has gotten started yet?
The
or what
project
stage?
has started up to look at that and the contribution of natural working lands. We've hired a data analyst who's starting to pull all that information together. So
Okay.
that project has started up. So
Oh,
we're in
super.
phase 2.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. And I'm sorry, I wander around.
No, Carlin.
Yes, sir.
Just a note for those of you that have south-facing roofs, which is most of us in this area, we put in a solar system and we have a big house and use no air conditioning. The solar system is air conditioning on it. And our true-up this year was less than $100 for the
Wow.
whole year.
It's better than our trip.
I installed solar in my house about 15 years ago, when there were still rebates around. And I had a zero net energy at the end of the year for several years, until my younger daughter and her family moved in, and they have teenagers.
One of the things I've wanted to do is put back to that aforementioned front lawn with the weeds, I've wanted to put a distributed community garden in there. So basically have other people maintain my yard, but there'd be plots for people, and living a block from apartment buildings, right, we're actually pretty convenient.
I have a huge rosemary
But I can't convince my wife, so.
And
Thanks, but tell my wife it's brilliant. She doesn't like it.
I have a huge rosemary bush in my front yard, and in addition to the bees, which is, a good thing, neighbors walk by and pluck off pieces of it, which I'm fine, so that's my herb.
Yeah, right, yeah. The Tom Sawyer gardening. Steve?
So, Mary,
Yes.
going back to the solar for a minute, I think it would be valuable to have better education for people on solar. I'm not sure that people really understand how to do the math involved in when does solar pay off? I think it pays off far sooner than people realize. They look at it and they're like, oh, it's expensive and it's complicated. And I installed a very sophisticated system with battery backup you were talking about. It pays off in 10 years. It's amazing.
So did mine.
So one thing, speaking of battery backup, I noticed that the four of the clean energy sources like San Jose Clean Power and Silicon Valley and whatever, they're putting out an RFP or something, it sounds like, to do some kind of distributed energy. And I'm kind of reading into it that maybe they'll help people.
They're looking at that.
Yeah.
San Jose Clean Energy, I'm not sure if it's 100% of their power is coming from renewable resources, but pretty close. Understand, San Jose Clean Energy is our community choice aggregation. They pull together the power that we need and make sure that it's from renewable sources. It then gets transferred over PG&E transmission lines to your house. So there's that in there. They're also looking, the mayor's looking at microgrids.
Yeah, and what I saw the other day is they're putting out an RFP to actually, I think, create a program where that help people put batteries at their houses.
I had not heard that.
Yeah, it's just in the paper. I can send you the link if, I signed up for it immediately to see, but I don't know what it
You
means.
don't control the battery, I think.
No, they would control it, yeah, exactly. But I'm inferring that maybe there's some subsidy in there, right?
But I don't think it helps you in a power outage.
No, but it'd help the community,
Yeah.
Right,
so
right.
it may
Yes,
be
sir.
reduced, right?
I think we've all become aware of the hazards of wood smoke with the fires that we've had, but then there's also the residential burning that occurs every year. And I don't see anything in here about wood smoke abatement. You're talking about carbon footprint. There's a lot of carbon there. And wood smoke does contain benzene, which is a known carcinogen. So when you breathe it, you're breathing in elements that contain carcinogenic elements. So I think that would be a good thing to add to this, and it's kind of ironic that the city is going to have or require new construction to be all electric and get rid of gas appliances, and gas appliances in your fireplace would be much better than wood. And so it seems like it's a step backward.
They're
In that
looking
regard.
primarily at gas water heaters and gas stoves. And I've done a lot of research on that. I have a 1909 stove, and I was given a Wedgwood stove, and it looks beautiful in my 1909 house. But it's an old gas stove, and there are noxious fumes coming out of that, from the pilot light when it's on
But
and everything else. So I am probably going to go to an induction range on that. So,
That aspect is good.
Yes.
But, to prevent things like a fireplace insert that's gas powered would be much more preferable health-wise to the community, because people have no choice. When that exposure hits you, you're breathing in carcinogenic elements. and it goes into your lungs, and it doesn't come out.
So, last question, Pat.
Well, add on to what you just said. I live on Williams Road in a neighborhood of single-family dwellings, and we just had a new neighbor bought a house next door to us, and they're probably in their mid to late 30s, probably in the mid 30s. It's their first house, and every night, they light up a campfire or nearly and go out and have drinks. And I'm sure, they're excited about having, their own place.
Right.
My wife and I have become accustomed to, we have a whole house fan, we turn that on and we bring in the nice cool air, and now we can't do that anymore.
Right.
And I don't know, we have no recourse other than to confront them directly, which we don't really want to do because, they're brand new neighbors, they've only been there like a month and a half. So we just suffer, we have to close the windows and crank up the AC, which, if there was some sort of law or something that says, no wood burning, that would be great.
Well, you have a supportive council member, I believe.
Well, I'll start with you though, because
Okay.
you're here.
I'm here. Definitely, we'll talk, we are in the midst of changing this, some updates. We've run out of brochures and stuff too, so I will definitely go back to our folks and talk about that.
Good.
And bring that up and then talk to the others, about how are we looking now on these things about. We do have a very strong reach quote for new commercial buildings, and making sure that we have to review them. So thank you very much, and I really appreciate it. There are some free LED light bulbs back there for you.
Is that what's in the box?
That's what's in the box.
Yeah.
2 LED light bulbs, and they were paid for by PG&E, not the city. And as I said, the online is a little thing right here on the brochure, or I have a smaller sheet back there that talks about why we're doing this and how we're doing that. So thank you very much for your
Mary, thank you. Are you going to be around for the